Alright, so Stranger Than Fan Fiction. So I did see the episode title a little bit ago, but this is, I'm assuming, a play on the title of a movie that I actually really like, just called Stranger Than Fiction. Basically, in that movie, there's this guy who's like, he's just living this really boring, dull life, but then it turns out there's this narrator that's like narrating his life as she's writing a book about him, and then he realizes the narrator is talking about his life, and then it's like, the narrator is a real person who's writing a book, or well, she thinks it's fiction, but it's actually about a real person. Anyway, it's this weird experimental kind of movie, but I'm assuming that this episode is going to be some kind of play on that. There's also the fact that it's a show that's directly addressing fan fiction, so that's something. The only other show that I can think of that directly mentioned that is, oh wait, no, actually no, I can think of more than one, because there was a moment in Gumball where the ice cream cone girl, I forget her name, she makes like a comic about Gumball and Darwin, and then she and then she makes it that like Gumball falls in love with her in the comic, and she just says like, what? It's fan fiction. There's gonna be some shipping. It's like directly addressing that stuff. And then in Gravity Falls, I think there's a line about Seuss saying this better line up with my fan fiction when he said something about it was revealed that Stan had a twin. So yeah, I'm actually kind of looking forward to this one though, because of that name. It's like, I wonder what they're gonna do with that concept. I'm just curious. And then also Stranger Than Fan Fiction, like fan fiction. So because this show is infamous for everything from, you know, just two characters going on a silly adventure to, you know, hardcore pony sex to you know, two characters being shipped to one character violently mutilating another character, ripping off their skin and drinking their blood. You know, it's got a bit of a range. So yeah, I'm interested to see where this goes, though I'm sure I'll be disappointed because this show is always disappointing. So, Daring Do, I guess this is going to be a Rainbow Dash fanfiction about Daring Do then. Yeah, wait, why didn't she just fly over the bridge? She can, whatever. So she's going to a Daring Do convention. She said the Griffin Place again. They're going to the convention. Or well, just she is. So this is actually kind of weird. This is like directly talking to the audience about conventions and all that shit. There's a lot more stuff going on in the background here. So I guess this has nothing to do with that movie, because this is just something else. Yeah, this is just about obsessed fans, and she's liking this guy, because they're both super fans that are stupidly obsessed with the thing. Let the shipping begin! There's been a lot of episodes recently where it's like obvious. Is that a body pillow? There's been a lot of episodes recently where it's like so obvious that they're just doing that so that some of the characters can get shipped. Oh, this guy's a book snub. He doesn't like the other trilogies. Okay. Ugh. Okay, so Rainbow knows it's possible because it's the real Daring Do doing that. Also, I like how the what's her name in the background just looks so dead inside, the like cook or whatever. Yeah, she's just so dead inside. Stupid fans arguing about how she don't like different parts of the thing, and yeah, he thinks she's insane. And here comes this shit. Oh, she got a thing. Okay, some crazy nerd shit. There's the real criminals or whatever. Literal body pillow. Oh man. Alright, I'm getting really bored now. He doesn't believe that he's real, because he thinks they're all just cosplayers. But she knows it's all real. Also, the asshole fan's voice, he sounds really familiar.
Where are you going?
He's also basically a copy-pasted version of Rainbow. Like, he's literally just the same character model, just slightly different face, I think. Even the hair colors and shape of the hair are the same. Yeah, he doesn't believe that he's the real thing. I guess it must just be a coincidence that the title is Stranger Than Fan Fiction, because it has nothing to do with that movie. Yeah, he doesn't believe it's real, even though it is. I don't know. I mean, I was kind of expecting something about that movie, so it's like I'm kind of disappointed, but wait, he's like toying with them. Oh, is he gonna solve it there? Oh my god, he's still going on about stupid shit. I guess they're just making fun of like Indiana Jones stuff now. Yeah, there he goes. He's gonna fall. The stupid butt shit. He just falls. Oh yeah, they said Twilight said she was going to like the Griffin place, so it's like they haven't cut to that at all as like a B plot. So I guess that's just gonna be the next episode instead of doing an A and a B plot. They're just gonna drag this out, and now he's all excited and happy. Is he finally gonna believe it's real now? His voice sounds so familiar. I don't know. I've definitely heard that fanboy's voice before though. Can't think of where I've heard it though. Oh, it's pissing me off that I can't think of where I've heard his voice because I've definitely heard it before. Oh, he still doesn't believe that it's real. Oh, there's the stepping on the random pressure plate. Yeah, this is like a parody of like Indiana Jones type adventures. So here's the big monster now. Would have been great if he just got eaten. Oh no, now they're trapped with the alligator. And here comes Daring Do to the rescue. The Daring Do is real. Oh my god, that face. It's the treasure, or well, the room before the treasure. Oh, so now she's gonna figure it out, and it's not gonna be some generic thing. Or no, he is gonna know which door. Oh my gosh. Like, I guess at least this one is like, it's like an actual parody. It's like actually pointing out things and making jokes about it.
Mr. Adventure Critic.
Adventure Critic. Oh, there's the hearing the thing wrong. Pretty sure there's a scene exactly like that in, what is it, Crystal Skull? I don't remember. And now they're gonna finally see each other. Oh no, he likes all the Daring Do shit. Okay, yeah, they like different parts of the movies or books or whatever. And now they like each other? Or he's just complimenting her? Yeah, they're complimenting each other. Oh my gosh. It's literally just his rambling for the outro instead of the music. Okay, that's actually funny. He's still going on. That's the first time I actually listened all the way to the end of the credits. So this was something. So it's not at all what I thought it would be. It has nothing to do with that movie called Stranger Than Fiction. I mean, I guess maybe you could say because it's kind of like it because it's about a person who writes a book that actually happens, but it's, you know, people think it's fiction, but it's not. It has nothing to do with the movie. Okay, so basically Rainbow goes to a Daring Do convention. There's all these like jokes and, you know, kind of like they actually kind of make fun of and make it's an actual parody of like cons and, you know, super fans and all that. But then also it's like it makes fun of like the books and stuff because it's like there's this guy who just basically points out all the stupid shit with the Daring Do books and why it's like oh, everything needs to have a big precarious bridge and this, you know, stupid thing in the jungle, and oh look, here's the rigged trap and the big bad monster and the overcomplicated villain plot, right? It like makes fun of all that stuff. So I do appreciate that they actually like it's an actual parody. It's taking an idea, a topic, and actually making points about it and, you know, making jokes about it. It's kind of like what Rick and Morty does. Except Rick and Morty is actually funny throughout the whole episode, whereas this is like sparsely funny at very rare moments, if that. Although the ending of this was actually so funny. Because it's basically ending in a conversation between Rainbow and the guy that he is, or this guy that is another super fan. It's basically ending in a conversation. And normally when it goes to the credits, it would have music playing. And sometimes when they'll change the music from the generic thing they have to just, you know, something related to that episode. But this time, they just had him ramble about the books for like a full minute or something. Just non-stop, and that was actually funny. Okay, so the actual plot, this Rainbow goes to a convention, she meets this guy who's a super fan, and at first they're like all great friends because they both love the books, but then it's revealed that he doesn't like the newer books, and then basically they get captured by these two other, by the actual villains from the real Daring Do, and then the guy doesn't think it's real, he thinks it's just Rainbow trying to prove to him that the newer books are good or are realistic or whatever, and then they just go on this adventure where they have to learn about, you know, like the super fan guy just makes a bunch of, you know, points about how stupid all the books are and all the dumb tropes and things that happen, how unrealistic and bad writing it is and all that stuff. Anyways, and then eventually the real Daring Do has to save them, and then he realizes that's all real, and then Rainbow and this super fan guy become friends for real. Yeah, and obviously yet another pair of characters that's gonna be hardcore shipped. Oh, and I was confused to who the voice actor was. I knew I had heard him somewhere, but I looked at his IMDb page. He's actually right here. Patton Oswalt, or Oswalt, or whatever. The only thing I immediately recognized was he's the rat in Ratatouille. Or is he the rat? Or wait, instead of Remy. I don't remember if Remy was the rat or the guy, the chef guy. I haven't seen that movie in forever. So I don't know if I recognized him from that or what. Because he also had a whole list of just tons of credits. So I'm sure I've heard him at a bunch of things before. This episode was pretty boring at a lot of points. But it did at least, make that effort for the, doing an actual parody. And there was the occasional funny moment. This actually didn't feel too dragged out. It's not like they just kept making the same point over and over again. It was actually like moving on to different aspects of, weird fandoms and all that. There was a point where they read the con, and there was like I think it was supposed to be a body pillow, a literal body pillow. Oh my gosh. An actual body pillow. Like, just, oh, that's so stupid, but so funny. Because that's real. There's some guy who's a body pillow of all the main characters in this show. And probably jacks off into it, too. That's real. I mean, come on. So yeah, this one wasn't that bad. I give this a 5.5 out of 10. Because it was still pretty boring throughout a lot of it, but it had its moments, and it was an actual parody. So, yeah.